Welcome to the video lesson for Monday, October 26th and Tuesday, October 27th. So sorry if you missed class, but so happy to see you here now. So we started class with a simple warm-up. Which element do you think has the largest atoms and why? Now, we haven't really talked about the size of atoms yet or the size of elements. So this is not a warm-up that I expected to get right answers from. But I did want people to make a good guess. So I got a lot of different answers for a lot of different reasons. And I'm really happy with most of the answers I got. As long as they were creative answers that showed you were thinking about things. Why did you think it was this one? Why might it be that one? A lot of different answers. And then your homework was to finish the periodic trends POGIL we started in class today. And then your all task assignment was another chemistry app assignment. So after our warm-up, we had a refresher on the different POGIL group roles before I threw you guys into your POGIL groups. Then in your breakout rooms, you worked on your POGIL. Quite a few of you guys actually finished. I'm very proud of you. And then we had a quick exit card. So if you're starting to work on your POGIL on your own, I just want to point out a few things that we pointed out in class. So here, all of page 1 is model 1. It's all examples and data for you to answer the other questions with. So for every element, we get the atomic number, we get the element symbol, we get an electron shell diagram. So how many energy levels does each element have its electrons on? We're given the atomic radius measured in picometers. We're given the first ionization energy and electronegativity. And then something else you should notice is this is not the full periodic table. This is just our main group of elements. So if you look at your own periodic table, you'll notice number 4 Be and number 5 boron aren't actually right next to each other. We cut out about 10 elements here. We cut out the entire transition metal. You can see here, calcium is number 20 and gallium is number 31. We're missing 10 elements. So on your periodic table, there's a bit of a break between these two, or there's added elements. So whenever it talks about groups, it's talking about the columns. So hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, this is all group 1. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, this is all group 2. Boron, aluminum, gallium, remember we skipped 10 elements here. This is group 13. There are some periodic tables that will call this 3A, so if you want to, you can refer to it as group 3. Then we have 14, which I will allow you to call group 4 for this project. 15, or 5A. 16, or 6A. 17, or 7A. And then 18, or 8A. We typically, in my class, we're going to call it 1 through 18 because 3A through 8A is not used nearly as often anymore. We typically just keep 1 through 18. But if it helps you out this time around, that is okay. And then my periods are the rows. So my groups are a little bit wonky because I skipped 10 of them in the middle of this table. But my periods are my rows. So this is period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4. As you go through, be careful to not overthink things. Like this first question, what is atomic radius? Students tend to overthink this one. Imagine a 5-year-old came up and said, what's atomic radius? How could you define that to a kid without using any of these science words that we've been learning that they wouldn't understand? It gives you a hint. Think about the radius of a sphere. Well, what's a sphere you guys care about, like a basketball or a soccer ball? Do you really care about the radius of the sphere? If I came to you and reported the radius of the basketball you were hoping to use, is it really the radius? Is that really the information you're looking for to know whether or not you can use that basketball in your game? It's not really the radius. It's talking about something else. There's something else you would need to know if I'm talking to you or giving you a regulation basketball or some sort of novelty basketball. So think about what I'm trying to hint at there. Then the rest, it gives you information. Use what's written here and what's in that periodic table to help you answer these questions. And when you're done, hit submit. You need to hit that save and submit by beginning of class Thursday or Friday. We're going to be going over notes in our note packet. So I need this in before we go over those notes that summarize this. And then your all task assignment that's due at the beginning of our next class is another screenshot. So remember, you need to take a screenshot of that whole browser window with your name and your score. A lot of students, I've had to reject it because they don't have their name on the website, or they just took a picture of their score. It can't just be this corner. I need that whole window. So when you click on this link, it'll ask you, it should have a pop-up that asks you, what is your name? Type it in, and then start solving the questions. Now, this time around, you need a total of 20 points in order to hand this in. Remember, it's not going to let you go on to the next question until you answer correctly. Now, the reason we're giving you 20 points to reach for this time instead of 10 is that these questions should go a lot faster. So in each question, you're given a series of elements that are either in the same period. So these are all in the same period. I have my IN, there we go, my SB, my iodine, and my 10. They're all right here in the same period. Or you might get a question with them all in the same group. So you're either looking at 4 elements that are all across or 4 elements that are all up and down in the same group. So you should be able to answer that. You can use your POGIL to help. You can also use the exit card that we had in class today to help you out as well. So other than that, we did our exit card at the end of class. It was a short Canvas quiz, and although it was graded, it's not actually going into our grade book. So you were able to get feedback and to compare your answers to the correct ones, but otherwise it's not going beyond Canvas. So until I see you guys again, stay safe and make good choices, everyone.